I feel like Professor Farnsworth, but I'm already in my pajamas. Oh dear. Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to Rena's Retrospective. As you can see, we are in a different location for this month's favourites. It is, I wouldn't say very late at night, but yeah, I have had a pretty hectic month and haven't had a chance to film my favourites video until now, so yeah, enjoy my beautiful pajamas and let's get into these favourites. So, as I was saying, April has been one of those months where I have really looked forward to it, but then at the end of the month I was just like, oh my goodness, thank goodness that's over. Yeah, I've just been doing training and all sorts of stuff, so alright, let's go. The wheels. Okay, so we've got a few lip products this month. They're probably compensating for last month. I don't think I had many or any lip products on last month, but let's get into it, hey? My first favourite for April is this lovely Nars multiple in Pali Coast, and it's described as a shimmering rose peach. Now the lighting's not going to be great, but this is it here, and I'll just give you a quick swatch on my hand. You won't be able to really tell because I'm using all false lighting at the moment, so but have a look on the internet for swatches. It's such a beautiful colour. I've been using this mainly on the weekend where I don't want to do the whole contour, bronzer, blush, highlighter routine. I just put 2 swipes on my cheek and blend it up around my temples, and I'm done for the day. It's just so fuss free, really. Fuss free. Doesn't smell like anything. I haven't used it as an eyeshadow or a lip product like they suggest you do with these multiples, hence why they're called multiples. But I really love this, and I love the orgasm one. I'm not too keen on some of the other ones because they are A, quite light, and B, really shimmery, and I don't like overtly shimmery products on my skin. So yes, been loving that. Next we're going to go into the lipsticks because there are so many. So from last month I had 2 of the Urban Decay x Gwen Stefani lipsticks, but I have another 2. These are, so this one here is Spiderwebs, and that is described as a satin red cream. So like I said, colour indication's not going to be perfect, so have a look online, but oh my goodness, the pigment on these, like that's just one swipe, that's beautiful. The only bad thing about these lipsticks is because they're so creamy, when you do apply them, the bullet bends a bit and it dints on the back of it. So it's a little bit annoying, but yeah, what can you do? Sometimes I just like have the smallest bit showing and apply it that way, but other than that, like the product itself makes up for that small fault. So that one there was Spiderwebs, and this one here is 714. I'm not sure the meaning behind 714, but that's the colour. Spiderwebs is a no doubt song. This is a bright red mega matte, and I must say that out of all of them, that one is by far the driest out of them all. It's not Ruby Woo dry, but it's still quite dry, as in like application wise, but then again it stays on for ages, so you kind of have to weigh up the payoff, pros and cons. So yes, the two lovely Urban Decay X Gwen Stefani lipsticks. Yeah, I don't want to get any more. I thought about getting the other one, and then they have other ones that were released in the US that weren't released everywhere else. Like, I think there's plaid and another one, I can't remember the name of it, but those two colours I really wanted, but like I said, unless you buy it off eBay or something like that, then yeah, there's no real easy way of getting them in Australia, so price pay. Okay, while we're on the subject of lipsticks, I think it was early last year, may even have been this time last year, but I had the Rimmel Moisture Renew lipstick in As You Want Victoria as one of my favourites, and Priceline had 40% off not long ago, and during that 40% off I purchased this, which is a Rimmel Moisture Renew lipstick, and I have the colour 220 Heather Shimmer. Now I had to make sure that I hadn't purchased this and paid it forward, because I know I did that recently with a Rimmel lipstick, but it was actually a different one which looked quite similar to this. But this is 220 Heather Shimmer. Like I said, you're not going to get a proper colour representation, but it's a nudie shade. Well, it's a nudie shade for me. It's probably a little bit more 90s brown for lighter skin tones than me. I absolutely love how soft these are. Like, they are just they're moisturizing, Derp. But they're just such a beautiful, well priced lipstick, and I tend to be a little bit of a lipstick snob. Lately I've noticed that Maybelline have been releasing a lot of lip products. Like, they've got like the liquid lipsticks now, as well as the pencils and the mattes and the nudes and stuff. But I don't know, other than my mascara, I'm a little bit off Maybelline at the moment. But honestly, Rimmel can do no wrong with their lipsticks, so I absolutely recommend them for drugstore. I recommend them more for drugstore lipstick purchases, because for the amount you pay, their quality is just amazing. So yes, definitely highly recommend the Rimmel Moisture Renew lipstick in Heather Shimmer. And also, I blame this purchase, this is a YouTube made me buy it in a way, because Sam from Pixie Woo did an absolutely gorgeous makeup look using this lipstick, and come on, you know I love a bright lip. So when I went and swatched this on my hand and then I tried it on, I was like, oh, we've got to start going down that path of neutrals. It's just like pink, and I never really liked pink until I had my daughter, but yes, this is changing my point of view on neutral lipsticks. So next we have a skin product, and this here is the beautiful Darphin Hydraskin Intensive Skin Hydrating Serum, and it's really liquidy. And honestly, I just use one pump and that is enough for my whole face. I pump it in my hand, warm it up between my hands, and then just like roll it on my face. And I know I've mentioned in the past that I am a combination oily skin type, or normal combination oily skin type. But I just find, especially now that we're going into winter, I feel like at night time when your skin is asleep, or when you're asleep and your skin is regenerating itself, I find using moisturizing, like hydrating products at night time is best. So then that way in the morning when I do put my makeup on and when I do my morning skin prep, I tend to use a lot more of the skin products that are targeted to oily combination skin. So yeah, I'm all for hydration at night, and I'm sure that skin people out there are probably thinking you're an idiot, Raina, because you shouldn't do that, your skin gets confused, and it's probably going, no, what are you doing? I thought I was oily, but you carry on like I'm dry. So anyway, not that my skin sounds anything like that, but yes, absolutely love this. I have a sample of the Hydra Matte, which I've been using in the daytime, in the morning, and I quite like that. So I'll see how I go with that as well. But and the packaging, like that packaging is so beautiful. Darphin product packaging is just baby. It's not baby, it's beautiful. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. And lastly, let's finish this off with a lipstick. Okay. This here, I've had this for a while, and this is the Nars lipstick in Funny Face. I think it's a semi-matte, but it's described, that's it at the bottom here, it's described as a wonderfully fun fuchsia. And oh man, like it just picks you up. It's so beautiful. It's very similar to it's kind no, I don't, it's kind of similar to is it Janet? I don't think it's Janet. Oh, I'm trying to think of the Nars Audacious lipstick that's very similar to. No, I wouldn't say Annabella either, because Annabella's a bit more on the reddy coral side. But oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I absolutely love it. And I wore it to where did I go? I think I wore it to some little kid's birthday party. I was taking Eleanor to a birthday party, and I wore it to the birthday party, and you could see like the other people, like the mums and other mums and that, they were kind of like looking at my lips, and I'm just like, yeah, it's pretty funky lipstick, I quite like it. So but I have had these beautiful Nars lipsticks in my favourites in the past. Like I've said many times, I am a lipstick hoarder. I suffer from separation anxiety when it comes to my lipsticks. I love them so much. Funnily enough, when I went up to Sydney for training for work, I sent my sister a message going, I don't know what to do. I want to take all my lipsticks with me, so I have options. And then I'm like, what should I bring? And she goes, oh, take a nude, take a red, take a plum, take a pink. And I'm like, okay. And I'm standing in my bathroom going, how do I narrow this down? It was like Lipstick Survivor, and I had something like 10 lipsticks sitting in front of me, and I'm thinking, how am I going to bring this down to at least 5? In the end, I culled it to 6, and then funnily enough, when I was in Sydney, I bought a lipstick, so it's just like, why? But those are my beauty favourites for this month. Let's move on to the book club before my battery dies. So on to Raina's book club. So this month I got through 2 books by the same author, and hold on. And I love the books in the respect that they tackled topics that aren't really brought up too commonly, but I love the way they were written. They were just not only well thought out, but she's definitely done her research, which is fair enough, especially if you're tackling topics like these. But the first book is Still Alice by Lisa Genova, so you know the second one's going to be by the same author. But this deals with Alice, who is diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease. And yeah, even though like the person who plays Alice in the movie, which I haven't watched yet but I have it ready to watch, is Julianne Moore, who's a redhead. Alice in the book has black curly hair, so I was kind of like, okay, so who did the casting for that? Yeah, so well written, so relatable in a way. Like I guess it's kind of like a typical family to a certain degree, with both parents and 3 kids, and the kids are older and whatnot. But I'm not going to say too much more about it because it's one of those books that I definitely think people should read it, and that may be especially hard if you've had a family member go through this, or you've seen a friend or a work colleague have a family member go through something like this. It would be a little bit confronting, but I absolutely love this book. I cannot speak highly of it enough. It's an absolutely beautiful debut book from Lisa. So yes, highly recommend Still Alice if you're looking for a very easy page turner. And the second book, also by Lisa Genova, is Inside the O'Briens, which deals with Huntington's disease. I knew a little bit of Huntington's disease because of the TV show House. What's the name? 13, or Remy. She was diagnosed with Huntington's disease because her mother died from it. So that was like the first real exposure I had with Huntington's disease, and then out of curiosity I'd look stuff up. But the O'Briens is an Irish-American family, so mum, dad and 4 kids. The youngest kid, Katie, is like 21, and the oldest kid, what's his name, JJ, he's like 25 or something like that. But yeah, the the mother's somewhat religious, and yeah, like it starts off from Joe, the dad's point of view, who is then diagnosed with Huntington's disease, and then he tells he and his wife tell the kids that they all have a 50-50% chance of having it. And then it goes into Katie's point of view, who is the youngest kid. So there's the 4 kids, and yeah, Katie's like the black sheep of the family. But I liked this book, but I really didn't like it as much as Still Alice. I think Still Alice was just like, you know, the most amazing debut. I still read it, I still got through it, it was an easy read and everything, but I found Katie a little bit annoying, because they have 2 boys and 2 girls, and the 2 girls are always in competition with each other. The Megan, the other sister, she's like a dancer in the Boston Ballet or whatever. And yeah, like Katie's always in her shadow and stuff, so it's kind of like, oh, okay, fair enough, you know, yeah, you got your stuff to whinge about and whatnot. I don't mean to say that in a very, I would say derogative sort of way, but like putting her down, but I just found some of her dialogue a little bit annoying. But other than that, it's a good book. Read it if you want, or just carry on the high that is the high-low that is Still Alice. So those are the 2 books that I have read this month. Next are my jams, son. So this month I've been predominantly listening to 2 albums. One is the new one by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, which is This Unruly Mess I've Made, and it's like the perfect balance between serious rap and then comical rap. I think that's what I like so much about Ryan Lewis and Macklemore. They just have that perfect balance there, and the beats are always banging. So just, yeah, driving to work, just full getting into it. Just like songs like Downtown and Brad Pitt's Ugly Cousin. I think that's what it's called, or it's Brad Pitt's cousin or something. And it just takes the piss out of, I don't think it's his cousin in particular, but yeah, there's that. And then there's like the serious songs like White Privilege 2 and can't remember it. Yeah, there's like a couple of serious songs. There's obviously Sloan song, also known as Growing Up. But another really, really funny song that I just, yeah, I think is absolutely hilarious is Dance Off. yeah, definitely listen to that song. That song is hilarious. But yeah, I give that 5 out of 5. I really, really love it. I've got all of his albums and I like them all. So that's the first album, and the second album is the new one from Gwen Stefani, and that is This Is What the Truth Feels Like. I wasn't sure first listen. I first listened and I'm like, okay, this is somewhat different, but second listen I'm just like, yeah, I really like this. It's I wouldn't say it's like, it's nothing fancy. Like, it is fancy, but it's a raw fancy. Like, she just divorced from Gavin Rossdale and, you know, started her relationship with Blake Shelton. with old mate, and yeah, this is her way of expressing everything that she's gone through, and it's beautiful. I've loved Gwen Stefani from her No Doubt days. I remember listening to Tragic Kingdom on cassette and all that sort of stuff, and eventually I got the CD, but yeah, I really love Gwen as an artist, both solo and with No Doubt. So it's beautiful, beautiful, raw, emotional album from the heart. So yes, I'm sorry, Gwen, that you had to go through what you went through to be able to bring out such beautiful work, but yes, it definitely is beautiful work, so thank you. Okay, lastly we have etc, and this month's etc is Sense8, which I finished at the start of last month. Yeah, by the time this comes out, yeah, started last month, and oh my goodness, mine, absolutely, I love that show. I thought that was brilliant. Like the array of characters, that everyone is so different, yet they're all connected. They've all got their own skills they're good at, and yeah, I just absolutely loved it. I cannot wait for the second season, which I hope, I haven't seen when it's supposed to be released, but it's probably going to be mid this year, so hopefully in the next couple of months. It'd be nice if it came out just after Game of Thrones, because then I'd have this TV show to go straight onto. But yeah, like Fear the Walking Dead has started up again. I'm a little bit at the moment about it. I like it, but it just seems like they're riding on the high of The Walking Dead finishing. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and Game of Thrones has just started too, so just started watching that, but we can talk about that in probably, that'll probably be June favourites, I think, when that finishes. But yeah, other than that, I've been super duper duper uber boo boo busy with training and everything work related. I just did the health and safety representative training, so I'm a qualified health and safety, and I've also done some mental health awareness training, first aid training, and mental health awareness, mental health first aid, and suicide prevention training, which was kind of it was confronting, I'm not gonna lie, but I personally found it really informative, and yeah, just really eye-opening as well. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but other than that, yeah, hopefully May's going to be a bit quieter. May and June, but then I'm thinking things might pick up again in July, but we'll see how these things go. But yeah, anyway, I think I've waffled on enough. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if the lighting is bad, if I look really shiny and whatnot. What else? I have no makeup on. It's the end of the night. I've done my face routine. So you're looking at fresh faced Lorena. Yeah, I think that's me done. So thank you for watching. be good, stay well, and eat that chocolate, because if you don't eat it, I'm gonna eat it, but I'm gonna eat it on my behalf, not your behalf, because I just love chocolate. Bye bye. Also, totally random, thought I'd just bring it back. These boots, I absolutely love these boots. They were like $50 from that Spend Less shoe place in town, and they're a taupey grey brown colour with like the stretchy bit to put your foot in, and I wore these every day. The training, I had packed myself like 3 other pairs of shoes, did not wear any of them except for these, so they're so comfy, and they were reasonably priced. They're like $50 or something, but awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading, so bye bye.